Hey, what's good? Welcome to D. Smith Let's Discuss. Man, so watching this ysl trial once again, Judge Whitaker is trying to save the state once again. She is trying to save the state once again. She always does this. But I want to show you guys something real quick before I get into the video. So what is the role of the judge? The role of the Fulton County judge is to be fair, right? To be fair. And this is their mission statement. The Superior Court of Fulton County seeks to provide a forum which legal disputes between citizens can be resolved in a fair, efficient process with attention to equal access, impartiality, efficiency, and safety. The mission is accomplished by practicing the key services objectives listed below. I want to skip to number 3. Go check out their website. To promote equality, fairness, and integrity for all persons conducting business in our court. It got to be fair, right? Which to me, watching the trial, she is not doing. Judge Glanfield was doing the same thing. They just make up their own rules. The Superior Court is committed to adhering to all laws, procedural rules, ethics, and decorum, right? On both sides. When acting in its judicial and administrative capacities. All courts' decisions and actions must be based on individual attention given to cases without regard to factors such as gender, race, religion, and socioeconomic background. Right? So she is supposed to be fair, but she's not following the mission statement, in my opinion. Let's get into the video. So backstory. So just watch this. Listen to Judge Whitaker words. That's all you have to do, and you can make your own decision up.
Was referencing what I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness.
We're going to publish 37 NN.
So did you hear that? Let me play that once again. D.A. Hilton made a mistake. And Judge Whitaker said,
I don't honestly really care what the poster was referencing. What I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness.
We're going to publish 37 NN.
Now I'm gonna play where Hilton made the mistake at.
Who is in 37 NN?
OG Boo.
And who is that?
Shannon.
All right. And can you read for the jury the caption?
Read his caption.
Yes.
Said ain't nothing more compatible than a trench. A car model in the trenches.
And then is there a hashtag?
Hashtag no slime left behind. Hashtag 2Bs. Life size.
So this is where the guy is supposed to stop. Right here. But no, D.A. Hilton gave him a piece of paper with the original information on it. Instead of redacting it or erasing it, she gave him the original paper and he read it.
And is there another hashtag?
Free Quay.
Is there another hashtag on the screen?
Oh no.
Your Honor.
It's in this paper
Your
right
Honor.
here. You got me reading.
Your Honor, I have to make a motion.
All right, I'm gonna excuse.
I wasn't looking at the screen. I was looking at this paper.
That's fine, don't worry about it. Can I ask you to step outside for just a minute? And jury, let's finish off for this time. can you step outside for a minute for me, please? Thank you.
Your Honor, we're making a motion for mistrial on behalf of Mr. Nichols. We're not going to be able to unring this bell. Your Honor, this is the exact same issue that while we were at the bench, I brought it up. It was Exhibit 37NN that the hashtag, there was a hashtag on that exhibit that said free Quay, which would definitely indicate to the jury that Quay, has spent time in jail or in prison. The state agreed. We stipulated that they would redact it, and then the state presented, I guess, to the witness the unredacted version, didn't prep him to not comment on it, and he did. And Your Honor, before we had the opportunity for you to preside over us, this happened already again. And I made a motion for mistrial. Now it's happened again. So now the jury has repeatedly heard about Mr. Nichols being in jail, being in prison, and you cannot unring that bell. We would ask for a mistrial.
Your Honor, Carter Matthews or Mr. McQuigg, we join in that motion for mistrial. And what's important for this court to know is that 45 minutes ago, there had been a reference to a person being in jail. Now, this witness has identified Marquavius Huey and has also identified Marquavius Nichols. So all the state had to do was ask this honorable court for an opportunity to have this witness maybe step out of the courtroom and go over with that witness that, we don't need to say anything about someone in jail, what have you. That did not happen before he went on the stand, nor after that first slip up by this witness. There may have even been a document right there on the witness stand that should have been pulled from the state of Georgia from that witness stand so that this could have been avoided. So, Your Honor, we are joining in that motion as well.
Oh, hang on. It's all right. You just didn't know, but we'll let you know.
So the state makes mistake after mistake after mistake. You seen a few weeks ago on this channel where the judge was just going on DA Love about her mistakes, the lying she does. The judge is always trying to save the state when she is just supposed to be calling balls and strikes. That's it. Nothing else.
When to come back in, okay?
So we join in that motion, Your Honor.
Your Honor, and I just want to briefly add that it is painfully obvious that the state is not prepping their witnesses. You can tell by the way when the witness spoke the first time and he said, oops, am I not supposed to say that? Like, oh, I had no idea, which makes it obvious that the state had not spoke to him, had not prepped him, and this is happening repeatedly. It's happening over and over again, Your Honor, and we're just not going to be able to unring 100 bells.
And finally, Your Honor, Mr. Marquavius Huey, it's been established that his nickname is Quay.
Okay, isn't there going to be, we talked today about, isn't there going to be a stipulation that references to Quay, at least at some points, are not either Mr. Nichols or Mr. Huey? We did.
Yes, sure, and that's a few things. So, one, Your Honor, it was not intentional because we clearly...
Okay, but it was sloppy because I presume he's reading from the document that you handed him instead of reading from the screen.
And we should have instructed him to read from the screen, but...
Or you should have presented him with a document that had that part redacted. It's just sloppy.
The issue came while he was on the stand, Your Honor. So the issue did not come prior to. Ms. Westmoreland walked up to me while he was on the stand and said, I'm going to have an issue with that. Can you redact it? That is when the state became aware.
It should have occurred to you. You know what? I'm handing him a hard copy of this document that is unredacted. I mean,
This Miss Hilton is a lawyer. I just found out she is a professor. So you expect more from somebody in her role, right or wrong? Drop a comment. Let's discuss.
Not if there's multiple quays, Your Honor. If I don't know which quay to be.
hang on. Can we stop having people come in and out when I've asked the witness to step out, and every time the door opens, they can hear what we're talking about? Please, just for a few seconds. I'm not asking anybody who's in here to leave.
And so that is the point in which we learned of it, is we redacted it on here. Ms. Westmoreland brought it up here.
Yeah,
when
and you didn't read it. I mean, so the jury didn't see it, but now the jury has heard it. I don't think it is really that, much of a crisis, because there is going to be this stipulation.
So watch how the judge try to save Miss Hilton in the state once again by making up of things. Just making up shit, man.
That Quay is not always either of these defendants, so nor is it obvious to everybody that free whomever is such a quote about who knows, everything these days.
So that statement right there is she is downgrading people's intelligence. Oh, the jury ain't going to understand that. Oh, the jury ain't listening to that. The jury sleeping behind those glasses, those tinted glasses. So she just continued to make up excuses.
So it doesn't necessarily indicate that whoever Quay is, Quay spent time in jail or in custody or in prison or anything. I mean, they say it about,
But then when you look at the other side, it's like 4 Quays in this trial. But who knows, man?
Hollywood stars who were in a breakup. It's not so obviously, this must mean this person was in prison. But also, we were already saying Quay isn't either of these people. So let's just, and whether this was one of these people or I don't even know who it did refer to.
And we don't know because it's not his post. He was reading someone else's post. So it could be a multitude of quays.
You talked to his attorney earlier, right?
Yes.
And did you get any kind of an indicator? I don't know if this was one of the things you were going to, but it's an issue now. And you said before lunch that you were going to ask Mr. Rubin.
Yes, we did ask.
Do you know at this point whether the free Quay reference, this wasn't even his post, was it?
It wasn't. So it wasn't an issue until this was. So when I talked to Mr. Rubin at lunchtime, this wasn't something I was going to address with him because it wasn't I did not realize it was an issue. Mr. Rubin found out for me that Slack Quay is not either of these 2 Quays.
Okay, but this isn't Slack Quay. This is just Quay.
Right.
I know. So why doesn't everybody, they don't know how it's spelled, they only heard it. Why doesn't everybody just enter into some sort of a stipulation that the free Quay or the reference to Quay just now isn't either of these people?
I don't know if it, so it was.
Whether it, okay, so.
Your Honor, the state can enter stipulation that we weren't referencing. We, as the state of Georgia.
Okay, that is not a reference to, if you would prefer that.
I don't know what the poster is referencing.
I don't honestly really care what the poster was referencing. What I'm trying to do is fix your sloppiness, so that everybody won't have wasted, 10, 12 months of their lives in this trial.
Yeah, we can come over to it.
Okay, do it now.
So you can the judge is upset, right? You can hear it in her voice.
Y'all work on that. I'm going to take 5 minutes.
I got the
insert error into this trial to make y'all ask for a mistrial so that
before that, I guess Miss Westmoreland said the prosecution goaded them into a mistrial for them to call for a mistrial. And this is what Judge Whitaker picks back up.
they can try this case again. I think it is continued, and I am sorry y'all have, this gigantic, ginormous universe of evidence that maybe if you narrowed down, you would not be making these kinds of mistakes. But I believe that to be a mistake.
Your Honor,
So I'm going to deny a motion for a mistrial with prejudice. That one, I don't believe that the facts bear out.
See, once again, she always try to save the state.
Would you like a mistrial without prejudice?
So, did you hear what she just said? She is the judge. Why is she putting the trial in the hands of the defense lawyers? No, judge, make a decision. What are you doing?
Evidence that maybe if you narrowed down, you would not be making these kinds of mistakes. But I believe that to be a mistake.
Your Honor,
So I'm going to deny a motion for a mistrial with prejudice. That one, I don't believe that the facts bear out. Would you like a mistrial without prejudice?
yes.
You would? Who else would? That means, of course, that the state would be free to try.
So the judge don't want no responsibility. She don't want no responsibility. She does not want to be held accountable for calling a mistrial. She's gonna leave it up to the defense. What? Really? Can judges do that? Somebody let me know. Cause I'm confused, man.
Free one of y'all again.
Just a moment.
Sure.
So this is the end of it. So according to reports, they went to Fannie office. The prosecution team met. Mistrial, who knows? But the judge, she's iffy, man. Shady Judge Whitaker. Let me know. Drop a comment. Let's discuss. I'm out of here.